Hi everyone, welcome back to Austin John Plays Minecraft with me, Austin John Plays, and I'm playing Minecraft, and you're here. Thanks for that. In our last episode, we traveled over 5,000 meters to a mushroom biome, and here's where we're going to be setting up our starter base for now. It seems to be relatively mob-free. We did find a mine shaft underneath our base. We set up our nether portal, found out that we are in the worst biome possible, set up a small little mine shaft here in order for us to get up and down faster. We set up a cow breeder, a thing that we get beef from, and we set up an egg farm. Isn't that right, chickens? Huh. Such chicken. Thank you so much for checking out video number 1. If you didn't see it, be sure to check it out at the end of the video. It's probably going to be on screen recommended for you. If not, then it's totally going to be on the playlist right below here. Anyways, there are a few things that I want to do here, and there's something very special that I am going to be doing in this video that PewDiePie and every other Minecraft tuber is not able to do, and I'm going to do it for you. I'm going to reply to the comments. Yeah, the first video didn't do too hot, so because of that, yeah, I have no problem just spending a little bit of time while I'm going through this episode and making some comments. However, there's a few things that we need to do. One is I'm level 24. We do have our full enchanting table up and going. We can get level 30 stuff with this. The problem is that we don't have any way for experience. While I can just, go through the nether and search for quartz and quartz and quartz and all that, that takes way too long. I had an idea. My idea is that here in this mine shaft, we do have a cave spider spawner. If you're not familiar, cave spider spawners are similar to regular spider spawners, except these spiders are slightly smaller and they can poison you. So they do have some different attributes compared to regular full-size spiders. We would also need to go through here and light things up and avoid creepers and stuff. Ha! Bam! Yeah, first gunpowder was over there. Oh, wow, we need to go light that up. That's a concern. And let's clear out an area that we can start building around that. I know cave spiders are like nowhere near the best spawner for us to find, for us to make a mob farm, but hey, it's better than nothing, right? But yeah, throughout yesterday's premiere and the comments in the video, there was a bunch of questions and I'd be happy to answer them. Have I played this before? I have played Minecraft since the alpha. Fun fact, I was actually on deadmau5's server forever ago. Absolutely forever ago. What, like 2007? 2006? Maybe 8? One of those years. Some people have asked what texture packs I have on. All of the texture packs and the data packs that I have on are from Vanilla Tweaks, which is Exumavoid's website. You can just do a simple Google search of Minecraft Vanilla Tweaks. And for the Java version, there's like a whole bunch of small modifiers that you can do for the game. Excuse me, Mr. God, there's so many of them. There were some skeletons over here, but they were shooting each other, so I think I'm fine. Oh, nope. There he is. He's back. You know what would really suck? Losing my 24 levels that I worked so hard for. Yeah. 360 no scope. Boop. And I'm out of arrows. Oh, since the last episode, I decided to install Optifine on here. That way, I'm going to be running at a smoother frame rate. It's going to look a little bit nicer and run a little bit better all at the same time. Some of the things I'm talking about are only on PC and only on the Java version. So if you are less experienced with Minecraft and you're wondering how I'm doing some of these things like data packs and texture packs and you play on mobile, well, that would probably be why you don't know what these things are. Excuse me, Mr. Enderman. You can't really hit me, can you? Where'd you go? Oh, he can hit me. Okay, now I'm safe. Come on, Ender Pearl, please. Oh. I didn't think that he could hit me. He was able to hit me. That was unexpected. The good news is that area was pretty well lit, so I should be able to just go back and, get my stuff. Yeah, no tense dramatic music for this rescue, that's for sure. And boop, all my stuff. Someone in the premiere was asking why I didn't just build a shield. And if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I never think of using shields. I just don't. I don't know why either. Like, it's... dude hit me so hard. Oh! Oh, this lighting stuff up isn't going well. Rather than lighting the whole area up, because do keep in mind, I am in a mushroom biome, so because of that, there's an extreme cluster of mobs spawning in this one area alone. I hope he didn't blow any of my stuff up. Excuse me. I hate the little ones. Okay, we're not doing well here. We're not doing well. Came out of nowhere. Oh boy, this is not going well at all. Tell you what, let's just grab our diamonds, maybe also our steak, and let's exit this area as fast as possible. This is getting rough. Not only is it getting rough, but the 5 minutes from when my stuff first fell is getting close. Where's my shield? Don't have my shield. Okay, that's fine. Just get out of here. Okay. Creeper was very close to me. We have our diamond pickaxe. That's good. God, as soon as I show up, they just bombard me out of nowhere. Oh, I found my stuff. This guy stole it. Shoot him. Thank you. And let's avoid that creeper. Let's get in the water. Oh, I don't know how I lived that. I found my boots, and I'm pretty sure I hit that 5-minute mark. So now all my stuff despawned. Nope, found it. Yes, yes. That had to have been close. All right, so as I was saying before, I was so rudely how did you get through? Great. So now, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. All we gotta do is clear out a whole big room for this guy right here, and then we can start making our farm. Okay? So let's just go get a whole bunch of torches and some milk, and let's go do that. In yesterday's premiere, some people were asking if I was able to explain some of the redstone that I used in my farms. Sure. Typically, whenever there's like some redstone involved in something, I think it's like very simple stuff, but I have no problem explaining it. For example, this is a very typical sugarcane farm. Your sugarcane grows, and then once it grows to the second row, it's going to be in front of the piston. Once it grows to the third row, it's going to be in front of some of his observers. And typically, you're better off having observers in front of every piece of sugarcane, but every other is just fine. And then once it grows in front of one, all of the pistons are going to be firing off because I just have one line of redstone going across here. So all the observers are going to activate. That redstone sitting on these blocks means that those blocks are powered, and those powered blocks means that those pistons will be powered. So to demonstrate, one of these grow, oh, see all of them chop down. They come into this water stream down here. It flows down and down and down. Soul sand boosts it up. The player will stop there because I have these doors in place that's holding the water in place. And then the water will flow this one block into this hopper and this hopper into this chest. Boom. There's that piece of log that I destroyed. I upgraded my wheat farm. This is just a very simple little, here's a lever, it powers all these blocks, and then these blocks are powering these trap doors right now, and then when they're not powered, the water flows out. This became possible in the aquatic update that allowed you to submerge these doors. Shout out to my man Lagging. Honestly, it's the same thing as a very, very old farm that involved pistons and was much larger. It's just much more compact now. This right here is just chickens hatch egg or lay eggs into hoppers into this chest. And that's it. These guys are a little bit more compact than a typical farm. All right, so this button on top of here, it's gonna send a pulse into this piece of redstone here, which activates these two dispensers, both with lava buckets. This trapdoor is to keep the height of the babies different from the adults. And then at the top, I have another dispenser that you're gonna see right there with a bucket of water inside. and that's activated by this button right here, which allows me to feed all the cows. Simple as that. And then essentially you just come through and you just feed these bad boys again. I like to throw on F3B. Oh, now I have Optifine so I can zoom. You want to find right where all the boxes are starting to touch each other and just hold down the feed button. And the babies fall down and get a little experience at the bottom. Simple as that. I have a feeling there's going to be some people who are asking, you know, what design am I going to be making this off of? I'm not really following anyone. I just know that for any sort of spawning block that you have here, you want to go 4 out in each direction. You want to have a gap of 3 above, so 1, 2, 3, and we're going to dig 3 below. And that's going to be the spawning area. I'm pretty sure it's 3 above, 3 below. Pretty sure. Don't quote me. That's the dimensions that we want to go. And then below that 3 is when I'm going to start putting in my water streams. So I need to dig 5 down from here. Simple as that. So once I dug down, it was just a matter of putting some water in the corners here, putting some cobble in place, putting some fence gates here. That way all the water flows down. And then also when it comes to spiders, it's important to have a suffocation chamber, because sometimes they'll climb up this wall and without something to lock onto, they'll just climb directly up. And they'll just drown in there, and then their drops will fall and then be collected, which is pretty nice. Well, I pretty much have everything in place. This is just a very simple water stream coming to a killing chamber, which hopefully they're all going to congregate on top of these hoppers, and then with these trapdoors they can't get through because they could pass through a half space but not a half space minus trapdoor. This is 3/16 of a block, and that is 5/16 of a block. So that's plenty enough for my sword to go through, but they cannot go through themselves. Great. Boop. Great. I got the heck out of here. Light is 7, 6. Great. We are good. People have asked for my seed. I don't think at this time I'm going to be revealing what my seed is. Just because if I've heard bad stories about if you reveal your seed, like people are able to, you know, follow things and tell you exactly where things are in the comments and spoiler things like that. And I would prefer to not have that. I've now also made a direct path from my underground path, so I could just come over here, and instead of going like 7 different directions, boom, I'm already here. So I think I found the sweet spot. Right here, every 2 seconds, swings the sword, experience comes at me. There's gonna be some stuck in the hoppers, and I could just grab that in a little bit. But tell you what, I'm gonna go grab some lunch. Let's see how this turns out. I now have some lapis, and we can enchant the diamond pickaxe. Efficiency 4. I feel like I should put that on a new pickaxe, not, you know, one that's about to break. And Unbreaking 3, efficiency 4. That's a beautiful pickaxe. I get so excited when I hit level 30 again. It's like I'm running back and I'm Charlie and I found the golden ticket. Well, I now have 2 pickaxes that both have efficiency 4, Unbreaking 3. Let's go ahead and make an anvil. And like every good Minecrafter, there we go. No, you guys are probably already subscribed. Smash the like button. Great. And that's efficiency 5. So now I'm kind of on the fence between what I want to do. If I actually want to continue with a chicken cooker, because I already have this, which is better. And also, I've never, ever made a, what are they called? Hoglins? I've never made a Hoglin farm. And from what I've heard, Hoglin farms are OP. And it's kind of something I want to explore. Actually, before we do any of that, objective number 1, I want to find some bamboo so I can make scaffolding. And then after I have scaffolding, I want to go up to the roof of the nether in order to find the appropriate biome to make this farm in. So let's go ahead and find ourselves a jungle. So here is my plan. I did look up what my seed was and where a jungle is, because if you're searching for a jungle, you can go very, very far without ever finding one. Hi, Mr. Moo Cow. He's exploring down there. So I actually found kind of a convenient water path, and I think it would be a good idea if we were to make sort of, you know, monuments that make finding our way back a little bit easier. Whee! Wow, I took fall damage and landed in the boat. Great. Extreme hills are just so majestic sometimes. Like the way they generate, chef's kiss. And then Optifine Zoom. I missed it. Did we just spot the top of an ocean monument? I think we did. That looks pretty ocean monument-y to me. That's gonna be definitely on our hit list for the future. You know, I don't think I've ever seen one of these snowy villages before, because like some of them are little igloos over here. Adorable. Is that a village that has one of the nether portals generating in the middle of it? Next to a temple? That's a little crazy. That's a little crazy. Is this like partially under the sand? Yeah, here's netherrack. Wow. That's so weird that it generated partially underground in the middle of a village. You know, that's one of the most beautiful parts about Minecraft, how random it is. It's not very often you find a desert temple that's completely out of the ground like that. And not good. A few emeralds. Quick charge 3. No thanks. Diamond horse armor, that's better than gold. So I got distracted again, and I found a treasure map, which brought me to this beach, and in the middle of me slowly trying to excavate everything in the middle of the night using TNT and my shovel, ran into a drown with a trident. Dang. I recorded this clip in the event of me either dying or, more hopefully, getting a trident. Neither of those two events happened. Almost a full hour later, I have finally come to my first sign of the jungle. Very, very far off in the distance right there. Yes, there it is, that corner. Okay, and this is like the 12th village I've come across. I also just came through an entire biome of big icebergs. That was pretty neat. It's always pretty majestic to ride past those. Once we have access to the roof of the nether, we're gonna be able to make a, you know, the pathways that we want to all the different biomes, including coming back here. And look at all that bamboo. I can see it from here. It's glorious. It's a panda. Hi there, Mr. Panda. I don't think I've ever tamed a panda. Hi, do you eat bamboo? I have a feeling you eat bamboo. If I do that, oh, look at him eat the bamboo. That is adorable. Am I taming him? Is he tameable? I don't know if he's tameable or not, but he does really seem to be enjoying this bamboo. I mean, literally, I have 3 in my inventory, and that's all I need, because, you know, they regenerate, you can farm them. Bamboo is a very infinite resource. Well, regardless, it's time for my long journey home, based off of my little pillars that I built. It's such a beautiful sight to see. My big old Christmas tree. It wasn't supposed to be a Christmas tree. It just kind of grew like this time. Yay, we're home! What was I doing? Anyways, welcome back to that side thing that Austin was doing for some reason, and here we finally are. And I'm scaffolding up to the top of the nether. Can gas destroy... Oh, they can't destroy scaffolding. Perfect. I fell down from the top of my scaffolding, and now that I'm down here... Well, obviously I died, you can tell, because I lost all my levels again. To be honest, I don't know where my diamond pickaxe is. And I'm starting to think that there's a chance that, when I fell, my pickaxe fell into one of these little fire spots and maybe disintegrated. Because I'm not seeing it anywhere. So my efficiency, pickaxe, unbreaking, is now nowhere to be seen. What's that? Oh, they're striders! I've never actually seen them. Well, anyways, we're almost done with never having to worry about the nether again. So the method that I am going to be doing in order to get on top of the nether, here it is I found this one space that if I hit F3, you could see that I am looking at block number 127, that being the roof of the nether. So all I need to do is make sure I have a minecart, a boat, a rail, obsidian, flint and steel, stake, nothing in my offhand. Drop down a rail, a minecart, and when I right click on this minecart, you see that I kind of see above me, very, very briefly, right? So the trick is to right click on the minecart, immediately hit shift to prevent me suffocating, and then immediately right clicking for the boat. And then it's me right clicking to enter the minecart and then immediately hitting shift, which then pops me above slightly and then puts me into this swimming position here that you can't really see that I'm swimming, but I am. And then in that half second that I'm leaving the minecart to go into the swimming position, I'm dropping down the boat. So right click shift, right click shift, right click shift. See how it leaves me above the nether for a few half seconds there, or a few frames. When I'm up there, it's about just trying to place down my boat, and I need to recover a little bit. Right click shift. Fantastic, the boat is up there. It wasn't very clear on exactly what was going on, but that was it. Now all I need to do is right click, hit shift, and then basically the exact same thing in an attempt to enter the boat. And there we go. And now all that's left is for me to break this boat, because it doesn't need to be there. And yeah, we are on top of the nether. And boom, now we can get to and from the nether. So after a very long period of trying to figure out how to get all of my nether portal linked up and everything else like that, I managed to finally get it all set up with one nether portal in my overworld really high up in the sky above Y128. And then I also have my one at base camp. And the one at base camp, I finally got to link over to the main area in the nether that we've always been going to. And the one high up in the sky goes to the roof. The only problem is, in order to make this farm, we need to be on the floor and get this warped fungus, crimson fungus. One of these fungi are needed to scare off these hoglins. That's how the farm works, essentially. I did that and managed to get myself the required fungi, and now we're just going to head up to the nether roof again, and we are going to make the farm. As you can see here, I had to do linking and unlinking a few times. As much of an eyesore as it is, I finally got it to work all the way up there. This really sums up how this is going. All right, so I'm now cutting out a lot of footage. Like, a lot of footage is cut out, all right? Because I tried a few different designs here for what I want to do for this exact farm. And I actually found one by Raiseworks. Yes, Raiseworks. And theirs is small, close to the ground, and if you're not on a server, it's perfectly fine because it's going to be plenty of food for one individual person. Like, if I were to AFK at this farm overnight, it might be enough food for, like, I don't know, 3-4 weeks of constant playing. Okay, so here is the farm. It's not very large. So how this works is, here is my little collection area, and here are my hoppers, and then on top of the hoppers we have some trapdoors. And then on this level, right here, we have a lava blade. And they're actually going to be remaining in the lava blade. This trapdoor here keeps them from bobbing up and down, so their items all fall on this bottom floor. Because of that, they're always going to get grabbed and not burned up. Now, making my way to this floor right here, everything is going to be a light level of 12, because if it's 11, then the piglins can spawn. These are the warped fungus from the crimson area. And as long as these posts are here, it's going to prevent them from standing on top of here and doing the weird spinny thing. These will cause them to sort of filter into this lava blade area. And you'll see that we have, oh, I'm missing a trapdoor. How this works is they see these as being a solid platform and they don't care about that. But they see these as being places that they can go to run away from these mushrooms, because they hate these mushrooms. So they try to run to right there. And because these are set up here, they cannot reach there, then they just kind of fall to their death. So welcome to the replay mod. Essentially, it's basically me being able to record something and then it plays back and then I can move around in spectator mode. And it kind of works really great for showing you how things work while I'm all the way up there in the sky and, you know, the fog makes it impossible to see anything. So anyways, all these hoglins are gonna spawn over here. They're gonna be scared of everything, and then they're just gonna run into the middle. See? Spawns, runs into the middle, dies. And when they die, they're gonna be all burnt up, and all their drops are gonna drop right there, and they're gonna get collected beautifully. You guys wanna see something great? So, I tried to just AFK and auto-click the spider farm for a few levels, and I keep starving to death, and I assume at some point I get poisoned and then I die, and then... Let me know if you start hearing it. Yeah. I have no idea how many spiders are actually here, but it says that currently there's 193 mobs loaded. And just like... how many are here right now, I think is insane. This might be the worst EXP farm ever. Oh, we also have 8 spider heads. That's neat. We need a better EXP farm. I already wasted an entire diamond sword doing this. Like, it's a mess. Yeah, I think we're gonna be fine for food for a long time. Okay, I don't know how long this episode is already, but I'm really not happy with my current XP farm. With these spiders, like, they are just not efficient. I'm not getting a good amount of XP. It's taking too long. I'm damaging my weapons. It's just not a good time overall, right? So, I think it's time that we do a better EXP farm, and we don't have access to the end yet, so... I want to build a gold farm because we already have access to the roof of the nether, and it's the second episode, so we might as well build it up there. That way we can work on enchanting. Or we work on a villager farm, because with a villager farm, then I could just have whatever specific books I want and not worry about, you know, the whole enchanting process, and levels are not as big of a problem, you know what I mean? I think a villager farm is the way to go. And you know what? I think I'm gonna do that on our next episode of our Austin John Plays Minecraft Let's Play. So guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you're enjoying the series, do me a favor, hit the like button down below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. Until next time, Austin John out.